I want to share a new sales hack that I've been using, and I've made a video on this previously when they were new on the scene. I've since been using them a little bit more often, and that is Nextdoor.com. This is a new platform. It's a platform that is connecting neighbors, so it's basically like a community forum. Sort of has like a Facebook news feed to it. But it's a spot for people to connect with their neighbors and talk about what's going on in the neighborhood. And it's been very effective as far as sales have gone, using it as a sales platform. The reason being is that these are local people, so these are people that are around your address, and that's one hack I'm going to get into here in a second. But they're around your address, your neighbor, you know the area, and so you come in and they already sort of trust you immediately because you're local and you're in the neighborhood. A thing that I've noticed happening with Nextdoor, and I wanted to say, Nextdoor does not allow advertising and it is not a platform like Thumbtack or HomeAdvisor or anything like that. But what it is a perfect spot where neighbors are having conversations, and you want to find a way to be in those conversations. All right, so I am in my Nextdoor account, and you guys can see here, we'll go to the home page, and this is what it looks like when you log on. You've got your profile here in the top right. Obviously, I haven't done a lot here. I haven't even done a profile picture. I've been just marginally, minimum, doing anything over here. So I'm going to actually spend some time, work on the online profile, make it that much more effective. And so you guys over here, we've got categories. So we've classifieds, crime and safety. Let's just go ahead and log on into we'll hit the neighbors section. Invite neighbors. Obviously you can do that. Leads, which is kind of cool. This is kind of a new feature, I believe, that they've just put in here. But let me go on into mine. So I live in the Bentry Village. And here is just the news feed, just like Facebook. So one day ago, guys posting about pest control. Has anyone here used a reliable and reasonable pest control company, right? Boom, there's 14 replies in here, man. This is super, super active. And so, look at this. We use Brock. Right there, we use Hughes is good. So this is going to change the way things are going to work fundamentally moving forward, especially when you have neighbors talking. So good or bad, this is going to be a double-edged sword. So being strong on Nextdoor is important. And if you can get in these feeds, if you can get in on this conversation, and basically just be very social on this platform, I think you're going to have a lot of success. For sale, brick pavers, flooring, painting. So even though it's not quote unquote a business, not for business, look how much activity there is on just people looking for things, just looking for services. So people are using this, at least in my local area, to sell things, or hire people for services. So a lot of business is happening here. Brick remodeling, painting, cosmetic pool remodels. So just getting in this 13 replies here, just getting in here and referring people is a good way for people then to come to your profile, take a look at what you have going on, and oh wow, this dude's a landscaper, this guy's a roofer, or whatever it is that you are. But just a ton of information here, and you can see the people's property. You can see, we'll scroll up to the top here. We'll go to the map section. So we're going to pull up the map of my neighborhood. So in Bentry, there's 290 people on Nextdoor, and that's pretty crazy because I think there's only 400 houses here. So they've got a really, really good rate of people joining. So the green are people that are on, these people are not, and believe me, they definitely send mailers. So they're trying to build my particular area out, and they send mailers and postcards just so that they can do that. They make it easy to invite people. And so Nextdoor.com, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go, and we're just going to zone out here just a little bit now to give us a radius. And so you're 13 nearby neighborhoods, and what's cool is that obviously it won't let me go 10 miles down the road, but it is giving me access to all of the neighborhoods around me. And actually, these are all very, very well-to-do neighborhoods. Not so much like Sarasota, but still jobs to be had in there. This is all $1 million homes and up. This is $700,000 homes and up. This is $700,000 homes. This right here is all $1 million homes. And then you've got my little area. These are like $200,000 to $400,000 homes. And this stuff here is like $160,000 to $250,000 homes over here. But what's cool is anything here in green, they're going to allow me to get in the conversation and comment about. So let's say I want to get in Laurel Oaks because that is the nicest neighborhood here. They've got 19 members in there. And so I can go ahead and click in there and I can start just kind of seeing what's going on. So I've got these people turned on. Sarasota Golf Club, that's also good. So they're giving me right now about a 2-mile radius from my house, which is fantastic. The radius used to be a little bit bigger when they had less people on it, but as it gets denser and denser, but this is my little block. And so that is pretty freaking sweet because, well, I mean, it's let me do a lot of things. It's a lot of information here. So however you want, but I think that it's very effective. There's no advertising on it yet. We're still really early stage Nextdoor. I think eventually this company is going to have to monetize and there's going to be some sort of advertising platform going on. But right now, you can get in there for free. You can start commenting, adding value, referring people, referring good people, really build yourself a reputation in your local area as being the guy to go to for contracting, right? So like you need a carpet guy, you need a roofer, like, hey, I got you. And so just by referring, I think is one of the best ways to pick up a lot of business. The next thing, this next little hack, or the last hack here for Nextdoor.com. Let's say that your area, you don't like the radius around your house, or it's not offered in your area because you're out in the more rural area and it's more of a suburb thing. You could potentially use your customer's address, especially if they are maybe a second home, maybe it's a second home for them and they're not gonna claim it on Nextdoor.com. You could use a customer's address, you could use a friend and family address in an area that you wanna be on. So someone who's like, yeah, I don't care about being on Nextdoor.com, like whatever. You could approach them and just be like, hey, could I live at your house online, and that would be a really good way to break into a neighborhood and start commenting and adding value and things like that. So Nextdoor.com, it's definitely the future of how things are going to be sold. I mean, you think about just the ability to email everybody in one neighborhood potentially in the future, the ability to advertise to everybody on one street particularly without having to flyer. So it's definitely the future. At the moment, it's a free program. You just have to get in there and add value for other people. So get at it. Let me know your results. Please comment on this video with what those results were and how it's working for you. I know I started this, I kind of found Nextdoor a while ago and I've been kind of playing with it and it's definitely sold some jobs for me. So let me know how it works out for you.